Wow. Look how they're moving.
Woo!
Wow.
Handsome sausage.
What's up, guys? We're Handsome Sausages!
Hello everybody, we have some sausages and today we're reacting to Psychers. We listened to you. Everybody, including those over at our Patreon page, asked us to react to the dance practice
Yes.
videos. So we were thinking, okay,
Yes.
should we start with Kung? Should we start with this, that? But then, hey, what got us into Psychers in the first place? It
Tricky
is
House.
Tricky House, 도깨비
Shit,
shit.
yes.
So this is gonna be the dance practice video for
my
Tricky
God.
House. If you haven't seen our video on Tricky House, check that out. It's somewhere here. That song was like the introduction of the Psychers
Yes.
Tricky theme.
Uh-huh.
We didn't think that it would go this far
Uh-huh.
continuously. We thought that maybe this will be like a one-off thing where they talk about Dokebi because the
Yeah.
title is House of Dokebi, right? So that's what we thought, but nope,
Yeah,
that was
no.
like their identity. And we were super curious to check out their dance because initially we were very shocked about the whole concept
Yeah,
of
and the
Dokebi,
music.
that we didn't really pay too much attention to.
That is
dance.
true.
So we want to see how this Dokebi theme gets, I guess, melted into the dance choreography as well.
Ooh.
So we're gonna check that out. But of course, before anything, thank you everybody who's supporting our channel over at our Patreon page. If you want to have a say in what we react to next, get extra content and all those lovely stuff, check out our Patreon page. The link is in the description below. It helps a lot. Check it out. Now let's get to the dance practice.
Oh my God. Been waiting for this.
Since we know the music already and we've already discussed and analyzed the musical elements and the thematic elements of it, we're gonna try to focus on the dance itself. So it will be slightly different than our usual reaction, but I hope you enjoy.
And obviously, we always say this, but
But then we end up talking about music again. Yeah. All right, let's go. 3, 2, 1, click. This is the first time I think we're checking
Yeah.
out the dance. Ooh. Oh, brings back memories.
Whoa!
Oh, already. The movements are very. Wow. Boom, ba, boom, ba.
Let's go.
Wow. Look how they're moving.
Woo!
Wow. Look at the footwork.
Whoa! Has those like martial arts elements. Oh my God!
Oh my god. Doesn't matter how many times I listen to this.
This is so heavy. Wow.
Yeah.
Do you even see how the lights are going off and on?
Wait, what?
They're like small details, but it could be not, but
See, if you look, a lot of details in the footwork,
whoa.
which is very much in line with the image of Dokebi.
Wow. It feels like a mama stage, not just a random, dance practice. It feels like a huge, whoa. Feels like a proper stage. Wow.
Wow, did you see the, wow, it's so in sync too.
Woo.
Yeah, that kind of step. Yeah, and this kind of thing too.
Whoa.
Nice, nice. I love this detail.
Yeah.
I see what you mean by the lights.
I think it's not going
Yeah,
off and
yeah,
on,
yeah.
but it's just like moving because of the.
Wow. Yeah, the dance is extremely Korean. Wow, that was definitely in sync. Wow. Yeah, I think it's because of the camera.
Yeah.
But it works. It works.
I mean, shit.
Wash.
You said washi. That was so genuine Korean
That
reaction.
was Korean. Yeah. Wow.
Yo.
미쳤다. All right. So, dang. Okay. Wow. That was way better than I thought. Wow.
Wow. Felt like I watched an art. Like,
Yeah.
not just an art, but felt like one of those, like Nanta?
Yeah. Nanta
Where the, like,
performance.
the performance
With
that
the-
where the
with the
people
kitchen knives.
It's giving you that crazy attacks.
The very strong percussive elements, right?
Yes, that grand, overwhelming feeling they're giving. Although it's just a dance practice room, it's pretty small room for those guys over there. But then when they started dancing, it kind of captivated us, and we were tricked by them. It was just
Right.
like, you were so into them.
Yeah.
And then the thing is, I said about the the lighting off and on, but it was definitely
The
the
camera.
camera moving, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
it was like slowly going. But since we know the Tricky House like music video and know their strategy and their concept, it felt like unintentional, natural music video effects.
Right. It felt like they did it on purpose.
Yeah,
Almost. Yeah.
it made it so much better.
It did. It did.
Yeah.
It felt like the Dokebi spirit.
Yeah.
The Dokebi light.
Yeah.
And you talked about that big feeling, and I think that partly comes from the fact that they are making a lot of exaggerated moves, especially with their feet, raising the knee all the way up
Yeah.
here, and that is very much reminiscent of the very old Korean dance moves from those clowns,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
back
yeah.
in the day.
Not just feet, like their hands and their heads
Everything,
and everything.
feels, yeah, like they would have this
With their
kinda
costume,
mask
with-
on,
yeah.
and they would dance like that, and a lot of those angled movements as well. And
it has that hun.
yeah, exactly. It has that hung. It also reminded me of certain movements. 줄타기. Yeah, there's a rope dancing in Korea. It's a very traditional dance, and a lot of the movements when they're up in the air, like almost like they're flying, those movements were visible in this dance practice as
Yes.
well. Whenever they would rise up, and that's why there's a lot of like low and up kind of contrasting movements where they would go really low down to the ground and then really high up. And I think that's because they also need to convey that kind of energy, that kind of, firstly, to remind us of the old school Korean dances, but also to create this image of Dokebi who are capable of, jumping high,
Yeah,
flying,
and just like, goong.
and goong, yeah, that stomp that they create. So those were very, very Korean, perceptibly Korean, at least the dance moves, the choreography, and it was very intentional, I could tell. So there were a whole bunch of moves that remind me of different types of old school Korean dance moves that I can't really
Very
name right now, like
traditional.
Gokdugakshi, all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's a very typical
It's like
angle that they
long way
do.
ago.
Yeah. If I can find something, I'll put some videos as we talk.
And I think the reason why we kind of thought it was like an art or performance, something like that, is because we see the modern movements and those traditional elements are
Exactly.
blended right away.
Exactly.
And then we, like us as Koreans, we know the dances.
Yeah.
And we kind of can tell how the elements are mixed in. But then because they're having that modern clothing with modern dances on top of it, that's creating just like an art.
Yeah, it's kind of
performance.
like when we reacted to Augusti's Pechita, right?
Yes.
As exotic and interesting the sound, the main point of the song is the use of Korean traditional instruments and rhythm, and how Augusti managed to mix that to create a new sound. And same with this, even with dance, right?
Yeah.
You may not recognize it like consciously, and you may be able to label the dance moves with a modern term. But as Koreans who are familiar with the story of Dokebi and the history of certain dance moves, we can't help but think that yes, it was intentional, and they just managed to blend it very well with the modern moves that everybody can, to an extent, recognize. It's like a hidden code almost for Koreans to recognize. If you know, you know. So I thought that's beautiful. Super curious to see how Psychers brings this tricky energy in their dance moves for other songs of theirs. So let us know if you have like a specific song you want us to check out right after this one. Otherwise, we'll just choose something and go in order. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.
BTS Sugar Cookie,
Kate O'Brien,
Estelle Sui,
Racha Dahu,
LA,
Pearl Hirose,
Chantal Joy Abram,
Glory,
Sky Hansen,
Mysterious, Kai,
Don't Shy Stewart,
Natasha,
Cadence McArthur,
Ori,
Holly LaFlora,
Kanada,
Sinbad,
Evan Minster,
Boom Bay,